Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're doing well. Today I have a most profound and sensitive topic to talk to you about. And it's difficult because here we are, virtually, this COVID crisis has shut down classrooms. And I really don't like doing it this way because this topic, well, it should be done face to face. It also should take a lot more time than a short little video, and I certainly can't do it justice. But I have to do my best. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about the Holocaust. The Holocaust happened during the Second World War, and as most of you know, the Nazis, Hitler and the Nazis were anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic or anti-Semitism is a specific hatred of the Jews. They made it policy. So the Holocaust, or the final solution, was probably the most, to me anyway, the most important aspect of the Second World War, because it changed a lot of things in our world. It woke us up to what people are capable of doing to other people. I know you know somewhat of the Holocaust, obviously. You probably read The Diary of Anne Frank when you were young, or perhaps Hannah's Suitcase. They were victims of anti-Semitism. And although their lives have been extinguished, the triumph of their spirit through this awful ordeal has inspired millions around the world. So the Holocaust, ladies and gentlemen, it didn't happen overnight. It's not something that just Hitler comes in 1933 and says, this is what we're going to do. In fact, if he had done that, if he had said, we are going to send all the Jews of Europe to the gas chambers in 1933, people would have scarcely believed it. People probably would have resisted in some way. But Adolf Hitler and the Nazis did things systematically, slowly. They first used the existing anti-Semitism. See, it's not just Germany, but throughout Europe, anti-Semitism is called the oldest hatred. It has been around for centuries. So Hitler and the Nazis in 1933, they just took advantage of this hate. Hitler simply ramped up existing anti-Semitism. He used the Jews as scapegoats to blame them for everything, from unemployment to the loss of the war. He encouraged people to stay away from Jewish shops, to isolate the Jews, and in fact in 1935 started a series of laws called the Nuremberg Laws. These laws made it illegal for Germans and Jews to have relationships. He stripped the citizenships of the Jews. He took away professions. Slowly, year by year, he eroded the rights of the Jew. Next, they labeled them. To identify the Jew, to make them the other, they demanded that all Jews wear the Star of David, to make sure that people know who they are. They also then had to separate them physically. They created ghettos. They created areas in every city where Jews were to be put, almost like out of sight, out of mind. They labeled them, they put laws against them, and they isolated them. Unfortunately, they had to test it. Could the Nazis get away with violence? On the night of November 9th and 10th, 1938, Hitler unleashed the stormtroopers against the Jews of Germany. It was the first time organized violence was used throughout the entire country. Shops were damaged, synagogues were destroyed, and in the end, the Jews were made to pay for the damage. So the Holocaust, or the final solution, ladies and gentlemen, is defined as the systematic murder of 6 million Jews during the Second World War. You see, Adolf Hitler expanded his borders after September of 1939. He went westward, as you know, but after 1941, he also went eastward into Russia. Of course, millions of Jews were there. Millions of more Jews were now incorporated in the German Reich. But make no mistake, it certainly wasn't just the Jews that Hitler was after. 5 million non-Jews also perished in the Holocaust. These people did not represent the Nazi ideal. Either they were political prisoners against the Nazis, whether it's communists or social democrats. They were also ministers and priests. They were also Jehovah's Witness. They were the mentally and physically disabled. They were the Roma and Sinti. Anyone who did not fit the Nazi ideal was to be excluded from the new Reich. After years of Nazi indoctrination, many people believed this was the path forward. The Nazis were obsessed with the idea of the Aryan race. That is, blonde hair and blue eyes. They believed this was superior to all other races. They believed all Germans were descendant of this great race of blonde hair, blue-eyed, superior, genetically superior beings. And anyone who didn't fit that ideal did not belong in the new order.